What you know, gotta think for you just fine, and I can't live with it. Oh, what I will not do. What I will not do.
are now listening to Kitsune.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Anyone in the chat? Greens all the way already with the greens. Listen, man, we are not the... Hold on, let me lower this music. We are not the hub for Team Green. I just want you guys to know that, okay? The moment Chris said that he was Team Green, bro, everyone got on our ass. Everyone jumped to the conclusion that, you know, I was Team Green. I never even said anything, bro. I was just making references, bro, and then I just get lunged in because of what Chris said, bro. That show was crazy, bro. I was Team Black. Truly. Yo, what's up, Hollow? Pretty Dime, what's up? The Golden Take. How you guys doing? God damn, there's some groovy ass music. What is this, anime music? I didn't even know the show was anime music. All right, well, welcome back. We're here to talk about some House of the Dragon. You already know the deal. Chris in the back, but he's also up front. Audio wise, Chris, where are you? Look at his ass. Talk. I don't hear you. What's going on? You're muted, dumbass.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yo,
There's Chris. Chris in the building. Yeah, so if you're wondering why we're late, I know I said 7, but oh my god. I was sleeping, bro. Chris woke me up. He's like, yo, this motherfucker wakes me up. He's like, yo, we still doing this? Like, no shit, motherfucker. I had an alarm set on my phone. I don't know why it didn't go off. It's just mad annoying. You ever have that happen where you set an alarm and the shit just doesn't go off and you fucking wake up like 5 hours later than you're supposed to? Crazy. Found your channel a couple of days ago. Shardul. Shout out to you, bro. People are way emotional and ready to choose violence over a TV show. People are gonna have different opinions, folks. Hey, I try to tell them, Pretty Dime. Shout out to you also. I've been seeing you in the comments, so much love. Appreciate the support. But yeah, we gotta get into the preview, the next episode preview. We gotta get into the end credit analysis. Let's see if we got most of it right, bro. Because that's what I feel like when I watch those. It's basically a breakdown to see if we were sounding dumb or smart. We'll also look through some comments from our reaction video, see if people are filling us in on certain things. Hopefully we don't run into no spoilers. Chris, you gotta vet that shit for me, because I don't know if there's gonna be spoilers or not. But yeah, let me open up the episode. We'll skip to the end here. How's everyone's day? Oh sh! Not the video, and there's a fucking massacre of a dragon going on. Season finale. Okay, so this is big, man. We got to talk about season finale shit at this point in this discussion, guys. This is going to be a big one. Get your theories out. Get your last minute predictions out, because this is it. House of the Dragon, bro. What do you guys feel so far after a first season? And I'm talking mainly to the people who haven't read the books. No shade to anyone who has read the books, but for the people who haven't read the books, how do you feel about it, bro? Because this was a crazy ass ride. I don't watch the previews or after the episode. I'll come back when you. Oh yeah, the previews should only be like a couple seconds, so don't worry about that. But yeah, we do watch the previews here, guys. Just as a quick heads up. Once I'll let you guys know when we start watching the preview, so you guys can like mute or look away. It should be like a few seconds or a minute or something. All right, but yeah, let me bring it up. Check this out, guys. Oh, Chris, can you see?
Give me a sec. You gotta stream it to Discord.
Come on, man.
Right, now I can see.
I'm fucking around. Like, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, about to start. Oh shit, that is full screen. Go. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh shit, well, I didn't start right on the dot. A bastard sword. What studio is that? All right, here we go, guys.
The greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra.
The greens are coming.
For your children.
Oh shit, Rhaenyra.
His niece went to go warn her.
Hell yeah, she went to go warn her.
You cannot bend the knee to the high towers. They stole your birthright.
Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war.
Oh my god.
Shit, it's going down next episode.
Send us.
Yo, the sons!
Oh, the
Oh
prince
my
trying to
god!
step
What?
No, yo, this is looking crazy.
Oh, and that's the brother that betrayed
That has not been seen since the
King.
days of old Valyria.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? This is the dragon battle I've been waiting for. This is it, Chris.
It looks so lit. Like, it looks like so much is about to happen in one episode.
Yeah, bro. You thought episode 9 was the fucking one to look out for?
9 was always a script that we.
All right, here we go. All right, the preview's done. We're getting into some dissection of the episode now.
Because it's a thriller. It's a race against time. Finally, the king.
Hold on, let me pull up the comments. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Please refrain from spoiling as well, guys. You know that you're eager.
Is dead. And now what?
He told me he wished for Aegon to be king.
We're getting into a new territory here where we're standing right on the brink of war.
Inside the episode.
We saw this episode as a real kind of Hitchcockian suspense film.
Everything explodes, and Alicent and Otto try to control the situation. So they get everyone and go into the small council chamber and try and work out what to do. Well, at least that's what Alicent thinks.
Alicent's horrified because she realizes not only is her husband dead and she has to process that, but secretly her council has been plotting for this very day to come so that they can overthrow Rhaenyra and install Aegon, her son, on the throne, which is the thing she's wanted, but she didn't want to do it through dastardly deeds.
Yeah.
It's a good departure for her.
She's still Team Green, but
maybe this isn't
she's not a murderer.
That she knew as she was growing up, but certainly this is the man that he now is.
I will not have this. To hear that you have plotted to replace the king's chosen heir.
I felt bad for this guy, yo.
Shrewsbury was an honorable man at his core and a real fan of Viserys, and he seems to be this kind of doddering old man who's losing his grip a bit on his faculties, but then we love that he makes this final triumphant last stand and calls everybody in the room a liar and a traitor and then dies for it, but goes out in a very unexpected but I think honorable way.
Season 1.
That was just so fucked up, man.
Story about the dissolution of a family, and therefore we don't really get out much. And once we're out there, we really felt we wanted to make the most of it.
Otto Hightower decided they need to murder Rhaenyra and Daemon and their whole family so as not to have an opposition. Alicent refuses to let that happen, and it sets off this race for both of them to find Aegon.
Essentially, yeah, it's a race.
Where is Aegon?
Not here.
Otto sends
And I just gotta point out, bro. I mean, Alicent was making some boss moves. People in the comments were like, "She's not making boss moves. What are you talking about, Chris?" And I was just wondering what the hell they were talking about because I was seeing that. Like, she was obviously in a position where I don't know. Like, I guess in a way, Alicent as queen could have did something about her father, but that's her father. She wouldn't have got him killed or anything, but yeah, it was a race to Aegon.
the Cargill twins.
She was like, in the race. That's the least you could say about her, right? She was in the race.
Sir Eric and Sir Auric. Alicent goes to Cole, her loyal bulldog, who grabs Aemond as a partner and sends them out into the streets, knowing that Aemond knows what Aegon has been up to in the streets of King's Landing. And I think that's the big mystery of the episode is, who is Aegon really? Who is this man we're about to make king?
Facts, yeah.
Prince's proclivities for years.
Bro.
We swore an oath of service until death.
That's how I felt watching this whole episode.
9, Eric and Arik show us that they are not in sync, particularly when it comes to Aegon as a worthy king, whereas Arik is okay with following orders. Eric feels more and more that his brother is lost, and during the capture of Aegon, Eric doesn't do anything. He allows his brother to fight Kristen Cole, but he doesn't intervene.
That was shady.
Form and then disappears.
He never had a
When
chance.
Aegon and Aemon to have that fight. We really wanted to make it into like a sibling hatred, and Tom really dug
A brother scuffle,
he
yeah.
wanted to create this really tormented character versus Aemon, who is tormented, but he keeps it all hidden and under the surface.
I have no wish to rule. I'm not suited. You get no argument from me.
There's a lot of bitterness from Aemon's side. He's built to be the king. He wants the responsibility. He thinks he'd be good at it. And Aegon being the eldest son, it falls to him to do it.
Aegon is an unlikely and unwilling king. He doesn't think his father ever really loved him enough or respected him enough to think that he was worthy of the job. And much like
It's very sad.
Aegon just wanted to know that Viserys loved him and thought him worthy. He'll never really get that because his father died before he could say anything.
You love me.
Damn, yo. I feel so bad for that kid.
Another one of these show trials. The High Towers really do like their staged events. But the idea is that in order for Aegon to be accepted by the people, you have to put him in front of the people and show them that he's their king. So they put on this big, grand pomp ceremony, stick the Conqueror's sword in his hand, put the Conqueror's crown on him, and call him king in front of the people so that the people will accept that that is Aegon their king, not realizing that this is being done without the knowledge of Dragonstone. You know, the word hasn't even reached Dragonstone yet that Viserys is dead.
For real, they never even informed Rhaenyra. That's crazy.
So Rhaenys wakes
Her
up
father
and realizes
died.
that she's a prisoner, because should she get out, the fear is that she'll go straight to Rhaenyra and tell her what's going on.
Eric Cargill, who's had enough
They
of
knew, man.
Aegon and does not want to see him become king, defects from the king's
What kind of shit is that, bro? They locked her in a room.
with him right in the midst of this big roundup to witness the coronation.
We needed a penultimate scene, so we tried to come up with what's the worst thing that could possibly happen at the coronation, and realized that it was a dragon to be let loose.
Bro, they were thinking about that shit, Chris. How can we make this episode like crazy? Because it's episode 9.
Never was. She's a triumphal dragon rider. We wanted a triumphal moment for her at the end of the season.
We
I can't hear you.
really wanted to make sure that there was meat on her character. Rhaenys was
Can't
not
hear you.
passive, and it felt this
Hello?
was an
Hear you.
incredibly
Lower your gain.
valuable moment to, rather than have her just bear witness to something, be able to take part in it, but her moral standpoint become the reason for inaction rather than action.
She knows if she sets fire to that dais, she ends any possibility of war and probably sets peace throughout the realm. But I think probably doesn't want to be responsible for doing that to another mother. And it's a complex choice, and one that people might dispute or have a problem with. But that's the choice Rhaenys makes in that moment.
Yeah, people were talking about their fireproof or some bullshit. Bro, there's still
of the coup and
like that doesn't make
Rhaenyra's
sense.
throne being
They're not
stolen. It was
fireproof.
a great, great heroic moment for her character.
She should have killed them, bro. It's exactly what we were thinking. She should have definitely killed them. But for one
Alright, so,
one
yeah,
reason or
talking-
another.
So talking a little bit about that ending there. Oh wait, this is not over.
What is this? Your dragon.
Yo, pick your egg.
Oh shit, we get to play an RPG?
What is that?
It's a fucking mobile game. Hey, you guys want me to stream that mobile game? Let me know.
Yeah, anyway, talking about a little about the ending there and Rhaenys' involvement in the story and her decisions. So I read an article where they talked about in the book Rhaenys' character is different, and pretty much they already started going a different route in this version. For a couple different reasons. We'll talk about the other reasons later, but the reason I want to point out now is that Rhaenys, pretty much in the book, she wasn't involved through any of these events. She was only involved in the actual war that's going to happen in the future, apparently, and she wasn't involved in these events. They involved her to make her like her character more important, and that scene with her like breaking through the whole ceremony thing or whatever was not in the book, so they put that in for the show.
Well, it makes that makes sense now why she didn't do anything, because she was never there to begin with in the source material.
And there would have been no like future war if she would have just killed them right there. So,
bro, that scene really was the most for the plot moment I've ever seen. Like, come on, man, that was writing wise, that did not make much sense to me. The guy at the end there was trying to explain, because she's a mother, because she's this, that. Like, it's all bullshit. They just try to make up an excuse. They just needed something big, obviously, for episode
they
9.
needed something big for that scene for sure. But either way, the involvement with Rhaenys is pretty interesting though, because she then goes, as you can see in that preview, she goes to warn Rhaenyra about them, because as you know, they didn't leave anybody else leave the capital. She was the only one able to escape. So yeah.
Wait, say that again? Sorry.
I said that she went to go warn Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
And that was another part that wasn't in the books, and she was the only one that was able to escape, to warn her. So that's pretty cool.
All right, so war is coming. I gotta make reference to this, guys. Don't let us know anything about it. But we were watching a recent Game of Thrones episode, and they mentioned Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah, so what they mentioned there, I think, is what we're gonna see for what this war that we're gonna see now is called.
Pretty much, yeah.
In the Game of Thrones episode that me and Johnny watched, they referred to the Dragon Dance War, and apparently this war that's happening now is that war. Sorry, spoiler alert, guys. By the way, if you guys don't know this,
I mean, we know war is coming.
Yeah, but they don't know the name of the war and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently that's what it's called. But yeah, that's all we really know from that little spoiler that we got from the Game of Thrones. So it's not much, because that's about to happen right now. But yeah, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, man. For the most part, this breakdown, we pretty much got most of it. It wasn't a very complicated episode or whatever. Pretty surface level for the most part, right?
Oh yeah, one more thing also. Another change that they did from the show to the books is Alicent's character. Apparently Alicent's character was a lot more like menacing, or like a lot more less caring in the book. They made her character a lot more morally more, she had more morals
they did that on purpose. It's because look at the comment section
for it to make it better as a show.
Look at our comment section, and you know exactly why they did it, bro. Because the debating, the talking about it
against Alicent automatically, probably because of the books, maybe. But I don't see her as a bad person in the show.
Yeah, in the show, she's she's not as bad as people make her out to be sometimes, I feel like, in the comments. So I get confused on that a lot. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Again, even in the show, she still has done some fucked up shit, like excusing her son from rape, and just being a bad mother in general, in my opinion. But yeah, it's crazy. That was the one thing that stood out to me in this episode, and that's something that this breakdown didn't even address, is the fact that Alicent is, treating her son the same way that her father treated her. Like, damn, bro, what the for me, that just tells me it's a character flaw in the writing, because they didn't even address it. That's not even a part of what their goal was, maybe. I don't know. Like, what do you think?
I mean, for the most part, I think that how they make her character portrayed is that she seems true to how they tried to write her, like they try to make her seem like she wants to do the right thing. But that's the problem with her character in a lot of the show, because she does all these things that seem she makes her look bad. She does all these things that make her look bad, and then it just makes her look stupid instead, because it's almost as if she's saying she wants to do all these good things, but then still doing
listen
things.
That's the thing about it. The thing with Alicent is that she, as a character, was written and was originally supposed to be bad, and the show was trying to make her seem not as bad. So then you have these two conflicting things. You have her doing fucked up shit, and then you have her doing other things that make her a more relatable character, the more likable character, and it just doesn't correlate with each other, bro. I feel like the source material and what they're adding to her character, or not adding for that matter, is making it a little bit confusing. I get that feeling, bro. Like, honestly, I swear to God, because some things that she does not make sense to me. All right, let me read some of the comments. You guys said you wanted to fill us in on some stuff. Shardul, I'll start with you. You commented first. The beast thing, I think it's about Aegon. She had said this one, Aegon. Oh, but yeah, Shardul, if you wanted to explain something that we missed in the episode, I can't hear you, Chris. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, anybody who wants to share anything that we might have missed in the episode, feel free, as long as there's no spoilers. But yeah.
They also toned down Rhaenyra, FYI. She was way more messed up. Oh, so it was both characters?
Yeah, apparently I saw a comment in the chat here as well saying that Rhaenyra and Alicent are 100 times more evil in the books than they are in the show.
Y'all didn't get that Rhaenyra scene. What Rhaenyra scene? Rhaenyra wasn't even in this episode.
Rhaenys.
Oh, my fault.
I don't know what he means by that, but it's probably something to do with our reaction. But we pretty much analyzed most of it afterwards. So, like I said, if you guys think we missed anything, let us know.
She didn't want to. Hold on, let me bring this. I wish I could bring this shot a little closer to my camera view.
Okay, Kid Lorenz has an interesting theory there about Rhaenys. I don't know if it's like factual from the books or not, but that's an interesting theory.
All characters are toned down, Sean said.
Well, crazy that they're all turned down and they're still that much hateable. Yeah, Kid Lorenz, I figured it was just a theory, but it sounds like a decent theory. I just don't see that happening just because she's going to warn Rhaenyra, so I feel like she's on Rhaenyra's side.
Okay, let me read this from Shardul. He said, the beast thing, I think it's about Aegon. What beast thing exactly? Was he referring to?
Oh, okay, yeah, there was a scene where somebody mentioned the beast beneath the boards, and we didn't know what they were talking about when they said that.
Okay, yeah.
And we thought they were talking about Aemond or something, but apparently it's about Aegon. Prophecy about Aegon. I don't know.
She said this one, Aegon was the focus. This episode also showed a King's G would abandon his twin brother, because he has seen him for years. Aegon is bad news. I have no clue, bro. I haven't seen enough of Aegon, honestly. Like I don't know if there's anything that is hinting towards Aegon being this like crazy supervillain, or it wasn't even Aegon. I think it was Aemon that people thought was going to be like the crazy supervillain, right? I think you said that, Chris. But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it actually might still be Aegon just because now he's king and we know what type of person he is, so he's probably going to become a mad king. But the thing with that is, I feel like after this war happens, the Dance of the Dragons, whatever, there's another war to come, and the war after that is going to be the Civil War, which is the internal war, and I guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't know.
So Chris, I gotta ask you, are you still Team Green after watching this episode? This episode was all about green. It actually was called the Green Council.
Yeah, it was all Team Green pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I was not really rooting for Team Green per se. I think I was rooting more for the Valerians, because I think those are literally the only good family in this fucking whole dumbass show. Like everybody here is literally menaces to society.
Well, the Valerians are...
It's Rhaenys and her people, or her side, or whatever.
Yeah, they were with Nera.
She's Targaryen, but still, at least she's a part of that family. And I feel like she's one of the least bad people in this damn show.
Aren't there some Valerians still attached to Alicent? Like, don't they have like some? I forget.
Alicent is from a whole different. Well, I'm not sure actually. They may be.
No, they might be still have connections.
Probably. But at the end of the day, like I said, I was just rooting for the Valerians, because I can't agree with Alicent's doing, letting her son become king. like Aegon become king from just these little ass words that a delusional old man said on his deathbed.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't fly with
yeah,
me.
obviously we mentioned that in the reaction. It didn't make sense for her to believe that Viserys, after everything he said throughout his life. And again, some people try to make the point that
Sean Hamilton, that's a good point. Rhaenys did kill like hundreds of innocent people. So, I mean, shit, they were holding her against her will. Like, it's like she had to get her dragon and get the fuck up out of there.
But yeah, there were people there were people that were talking about Alicent wasn't fuck, I forgot. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought, bro. Just give me a second. I gotta pull up the fucking comments. Oh my god, there's so many comments.
I didn't even know. I noticed that Sean Aemond is just Damon with the D in the back.
That's hilarious. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, someone commented, and funny enough, his name was Chris. He was like, y'all saying she definitely should have known what he meant. Bro, don't hide your bias for Rhaenyra, then claim that she has bias. I don't know. This guy was he was tweaking off something.
He was pretty much claiming that we were Team Rhaenyra, but that's not the case. And
yeah, that's funny to me, bro.
He was just like about us, just like I don't know. It's just to me, like I said, I have a problem with Alicent trying to be good and still doing bad things,
bro.
For me, her hearing like Viserys say that on his deathbed, like she knew she had to. No sane person would have not tried to know that would have caused turmoil within the fucking capital. Like she could have kept that to herself, bro.
And the replies actually made a good point. They said that she wanted this, internally.
She does want this. That's the thing. That's what I always say about her. She wants her family in power. As much as she doesn't want to admit it, she does want it.
She subconsciously, made that decision or made that interpretation because this is what she wants, and that's the point that some of the replies were saying in the comments.
Somebody says perfect illustration of their differing worldviews. That's why Alicent grinds a lot of people's gears. She has internalized her impression so much. That's why her actions make sense as nonsensical. And I guess you can kind of say that about her, but it's still like, They mixed up the writing a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's easy to say that, from her experience of being oppressed, that she makes all these crazy actions. I mean, for me, that's kind of a cop-out to some of the decisions.
I think this lady literally doesn't know right from wrong because she was raised the wrong way.
I mean, yeah. I guess you could look at it that way, too.
She even said it in the episode how, like, her father always forced his views on her.
But then again, she is smart enough to know that killing Rhaenyra is fucked up. So there you have that as well. So where do you draw the line of what she knows and what she doesn't know?
Hey,
I guess she draws the line at murder.
She draws the line at fucking murder, bro. That's where she draws the line.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they established in the show. Even when they killed
she didn't even feel good about fucking Loras killing that person when he did it. So
Yeah.
But I can just imagine Alicent in the books being completely different in all these scenes, saying "fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. I don't give a fuck."
Where does this in GOT rank in your list of live action shows? It's like probably the best.
Yeah, so far from what we've seen in GLT, Johnny's been liking it a lot. So it's some of the best stuff we've seen so far for House of the Dragons. It's been pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's GLT level.
I mean, these days there's not a lot to compare it to, bro, because like I don't know, there's not that many good live action stuff in my opinion. There's some good stuff I've seen on Netflix. Of course, there's Cobra Kai, which is popular, but This is on a
some good
different
live
level.
actions. Like, I mean, you know, like some of the classics like Breaking Bad and stuff like that. Those are really good.
Yeah,
shows
you
and
can only
shit.
really compare it with stuff like that. And you know, Walking Dead, of course, stuff like that. Yeah,
There's a lot of decent shows that are up there, you know.
but
It's just,
this is
you gotta
probably
pick the right ones.
Nah, bro. Game of Thrones, I think, is the best. Like, you know, Walking Dead was cool and all, but like that show's pacing. It's crazy to even think about, but it's crazy that Walking Dead's pacing is slower than Game of Thrones. Because I already feel Game of Thrones is mass slow. But like, yeah.
Oh, interesting point there, Victor. He says, in the books, Larys does a blood oath instead of a foot fetish, and we get a gleaming golden dragon instead of a terrorist attack. I'm salty, not gonna lie. What the fuck? Why did they make Larys into a foot fetish guy? First of all, that was a weird part in the fucking show. I'm not even gonna lie. That scene was weird. Like, I don't. It was weird to me, bro. It's like, it's almost as if Alicent was paying him by letting her see her feet, bro. That's what it looked like.
How do you go from a blood oath to a foot fetish? How did that transition happen, guys? What kind of what was going on in their minds to where they were like, they read the book, they saw the blood oath, and they thought foot fetish.
That's over the top, man. Like, look at
yeah, that's what
you're gonna see. Larry's doing a fucking blood oath in the corner, like, oh, my night,
bro.
And they're like, what the fuck? How are we supposed to write this, bro?
Bro, I mean, that's what these fucking show writers be doing, bro. They just go for shock value all the time, man. Wherever they can fit it, they'll insert some shock value that wasn't originally there.
They have to save that shock value for cliffhangers, bro. They can't be just putting all these fucking big ass, random ass moments in this.
Or they
show.
could, bro. Like, you know, if they can, they'll put it in. And
yeah, it has to make sense, I guess.
I don't know about the golden dragon part though.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes in, but that seems like some super fictional shit that they couldn't do. But yeah,
you can make a gold dragon. In the books, Larys is at the council meeting and immediately does a blood oath to show his support for Aegon.
Interesting.
He was also supposed to be the master of whispers by this point.
All right, Crackers, this story takes place, I think, 300 years before the Game of Thrones series.
300 years. And there's a shot of Aegon with the sword. You know, I said it during the reaction, but this scene of Aegon coming down this wedding thing. You know, really, that end credit scene didn't fucking tell us as much as I thought it would. I feel like there's way more to dissect than they, you know, told us.
Yeah, they usually dissect a lot in the thing, but you know, we always dissect episodes, so I think we got more out of what that actually told us.
But yeah, you know, just this scene with Aegon walking through this crowd of people, you just gotta like look at the expressions he's making, bro. This is a face of discontent with his life, and I'm trying to find a still shot.
We
of
talked
him.
about it in the episode though too, as well, like how he at first was reluctant to take this, and actually they made a good point in this episode too with some things that I didn't catch about Aegon. The fact that, you know, then they've showed hints of this as well too, you know, him being this son who was always looking for the approval for his mother and father and never got it, and his father died before he can even get that approval. He didn't believe that his father would respected him enough to make him the heir, so he started asking his mom, do you even love me, like type shit like that. So that made sense to me how they explained that. And also, one thing they didn't say about him is how, you know, obviously in the beginning here, you can see his facial expressions. He looks reluctant. He doesn't want it. But by the time he's up at the fucking whatever, the stage or whatever, it seems like he's giving into it. You know, he's feeding the crowd, giving them what they want, type shit. You know, I don't know if he's doing that just for image, or if he's actually gonna start liking it, you know, like that's a hint for him to start liking it.
It says something about his character for me. To me, it says like you could see the tears in his eyes in that scene. That was really fucking well shot. How they got the little gleam in his eyes to show that, you know, he was, you know, very emotional. Just looking at his mother, you know, just moments before walking up to his mother, you could see that gleam in his eye. I want to go back to that actually. But yeah, it's like look at that face, bro.
Yeah, I noticed that in episode 2. It looked like he wanted to cry.
What they didn't address in the after credit scene, I guess they don't, you know, talk about theories, of course. That's the one thing that the after credit scene doesn't do. Explanation videos. But for me, this scene told us a lot about Aegon's character, you know. It showed us his emotional side. It showed us his discontent of where he's at. It showed us that he is the type of person to make the best of a situation, no matter how fucking distraught and emotionally traumatized he is, bro. And that's the thing about Aegon, you know. We've seen him be talked down to by his mother, right? But at the same time, I've never seen this kid actually break down emotionally, or even a glimpse of emotion. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's always been this like kind of fucking goofball to everyone. We don't see that side of him too much in the show so far. So to see the scene was interesting to me, because it shows how much he holds back. This is a character that holds back his feelings very hard.
Yeah, Sean Hamilton makes a good point there. That he says, I think that Aegon is finally happy when the crowd cheers for him because he doesn't feel loved by his mom and dad. That could be a very good observation for his character. Since he hasn't never been accepted by his parents, him feeling acceptance from the people is probably what he's gonna fall in love with, and he's gonna like really make him power hungry, I think. So that might be a thing too. I can see that happening.
Bro, it just baffles me how I can't, bro. I cannot. I can never be Team Green, bro, because Alicent just bothers me with how she has treated this kid versus how she's been treated. And even it just doesn't make sense to me at the point where she's at, knowing the fact that she's confronted her father already in the same fucking episode. But still, like, she couldn't even say that she loved him. He asked her a simple question, Chris. Do you love me? And she just says, you imbecile. You're not talking.
Well, I mean, yeah, she didn't say it, but that implied that she does love him, which doesn't make sense to me.
She should have said it though. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, if you're asked by your child that's kind of fucked up, especially, you know, knowing that he really feels that way. But I just, Alicent is fucking baffling to me, bro. I can't believe this woman. I did like the small council scene though. Tyler Lannister and Otto going right to scheming and hiding the gold. Yeah, we seen the episode 10 preview before watching the breakdown.
Yeah, that preview was actually pretty lit. Pretty excited for the finale.
But yeah, man, House of the Dragon, bro, shit's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I figured too, MH.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Also,
yeah, I know. I know that means that MH, you know, her saying you imbecile. It's just crazy that you wouldn't just, you know, say it. Is my thing. Is because there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of doubt there. You know. I don't know.
Yeah, there was one scene also with the lady, with the whisper lady who had like all the information. That was a pretty abrupt scene that really didn't mean too much as well.
It'll probably mean more later on.
Maybe.
It's just set up. This is only the beginning of something bigger.
Yeah, true.
We know that whoever she is, she's a part of this tangle of web that is feeding information to someone about the castle.
I know she has ties to Daemon, but I just don't know her actual role, if there was any role, but past this, you know, like, was she just there to be a fucking whisperer and then die?
I wonder if Aegon's bastard child is ever gonna make an appearance in the future.
I doubt it. Bastard childs usually don't really matter too much, unless you're doing fucking ritual sacrifices with them, like Melisandre does.
Jesus Christ. I think that Aegon is going to have. Oh yeah. What can happen between Aemon and Aegon since he has the crown now?
I predict there will be a future war between them two after they have the War of Rhaenyra, depending on whoever wins the war. The dragon that ends for whatever.
It's another brother quarrel, just like we've seen with Viserys and Daemon. The difference is both of these guys are fucked up, I feel like, and none of them are gonna be as peaceful as Viserys was, and that's the issue. That's why that conflict is gonna become much more destructive than what happened with Daemon and Viserys.
Firecrackers, yes, it is the show with the ice zombies in it.
Oh man, but yeah. Let's see how long the stream's been going. Yeah, we're pretty deep into it. We can end it right now if you want. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. I think I covered everything. If there's anything else anyone wants to talk about, let it be known right now.
You guys, thanks for coming through, man. We'll definitely be here again next Monday for the breakdown for the finale episode. Because I honestly like doing the breakdowns, because I always told Johnny we should react to those inside look episode things. It gives us a better understanding of the episode in a sense.
Yeah, at least once a week, because
it's cool to, you know, get your guys' feedback as well, because I learned a lot from you guys as well about things I didn't know. So definitely looking forward to that finale, Victor C, man. We'll see what happens, bro.
You left Twitch for good. I don't have I just don't. I'm doing too many things right now, honestly, bro. Between the day one reactions and we still got to do some early access reactions.
It's been a busy month for us this month, so.
And on top of that,
maybe eventually we'll come back to Twitch.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm fucking like working on some music on the side, so I'm literally like fucking occupying my time completely. This is the only time I actually get to go live and talk with you guys directly, and I know it's a specific. It's very, you know, what's it called? Very niche. There's always a niche topic, like talking about House of the Dragon. But you know, our people from Twitch usually come through just to talk and in general about everything. So shout out to the Twitch viewers. Sorry we haven't been coming through, but you know, shit happens, man. Come to the Discord. I always talk to you guys there. I always respond to little things here and there. So if you don't have our Discord yet, it's in the description, but just in case you guys want to follow us there, join and continue the discussion. Boom. And there's the golden take. He ain't son. He said one thing at the start and one thing at the end. Both team green all the way. That man is loyal. I mean, it's fucking stupid, bro. He literally just said you were team green.
Honestly, bro, like I said before, everybody in the show is evil. Actually, I said I was gonna go for the bigger evil, but now I'm going for the lesser evil, bro. And I think that's Alicent, so I'm going for Alicent.
Are you serious? You think Alicent's the lesser evil?
Actually, I don't know, man. She's too blind to shit, but I just don't like Rhaenyra, man. So fuck Rhaenyra, put Alicent in the power.
Oh,
Alicent's family all the way.
Hey guys, don't hate me for that comment, okay? I'm not. This is maybe the Cruz Brothers react, but we're two individuals, bro. We have different opinions, okay? So anyways, guys, yo, I appreciate you guys for joining. As always, have a good day. I will see you for next week's reaction, and we might see you sooner than you think. If you're coming through on Patreon to watch our Game of Thrones reactions, or YouTube, we got a few Game of Thrones reactions coming to YouTube like 2 days out of the week. because we're stacked on day one reactions. But if you want to get more reactions to Game of Thrones, guys, they're available on our Patreon. We're about to drop our reaction to season 5, episodes 7, 8, and 9. Those are ready to go. I'm just waiting to post them, and those are some big ones, so stay tuned for that on the Patreon. We'll see you guys for our next live stream. Thanks for watching. As always, take care of yourselves, and peace.
Astro Boy.